Hi everybody, welcome to Bethany Orientation. My name is Jenny. I wear a couple different hats around here at Bethany. I work in the assisted living apartments where I'm the housing manager, and then I also am the recreation and wellness director in the care center. So I do a couple different things around here. But my focus today is going to be on recreation and wellness and how that plays into creating a good quality of life for the residents that we care for here. So to kind of get the ball rolling and to get you thinking about quality of life, I'm going to hand out a piece of paper to you. And I want you to just take a couple minutes and think about 4 things that you like to do or things that you do that makes quality of life for you.
Can I get a pen?
Oh, yep, here. There you go. So, for instance, if it makes life important that you go to church every Sunday, that's something that you need to do, or you love hanging out with your friends, stuff that, you know, really makes life good for you, stuff that you enjoy. So if you just want to take a minute and list those 4 things out, and then we'll use them later in the presentation. So. Guys, another about a minute or so. It looks like everybody is about done, so I just wanted to kind of give you a definition of what quality of life means, so you kind of have a better understanding of what we're going to be talking about coming up. So I'm going to read it to you so that I get it all right, word for word, and this is from the World Health Organization, and their definition is an individual's perception of their position in life in the context of the culture and value systems in which they live in relation to their goals, expectations, standards, and concerns. It is a concept that is affected by a person's health, psychological state, personal beliefs, social relationships, and their relationship to their environment. So kind of overall what that's saying is that quality of life, it's what makes life worth living for people. And it's going to be different for every person that you come into contact with, even you yourself, and then with the residents that we work with every day. Some people, it may be work, feeling like they need to do work, or being with people, going to church, while others may think it's, you know, spending time outdoors, making sure they get that time outside. So it's going to be different depending on, you know, what resident you're with or people that you're with. So, and one way that recreation and wellness can meet those needs and quality of life for residents is through the wellness model. And I'm going to hand out this handout for you guys. And this will help when I explain what the wellness model is. Okay. So, the wellness model is a way for recreation and wellness to provide programming that gives residents choice, allows them to give input into their everyday lives, empowers them, improves their daily life, and enhances their wellness and their spirit. So kind of their whole, everything that they need, all of those things that you see on there, on the handout, how we can meet that through recreation and wellness. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm kind of going to go through all the different needs. In this chart, there's 6 different needs. We have security needs, cultural needs, social needs, emotional needs, physical needs, and spiritual needs. Now, all of these needs are centered around the individual, which is in the center, and that's the person that you're working with, you're caring for, the resident. So in order for them to feel like they're having that quality of life and that they're important and that, you know, their life has meaning, we need to meet all these needs. Each of these needs for each person is going to be different in how we meet them or how they feel like they're being met, but in some way, shape, or form, through recreation and wellness and through other people, other different areas like nursing and things like that, how we can meet these needs for them. So there's different ways. So first, I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to use this puzzle as my prop. So first, I'm going to talk about security needs. And this stands for security needs. Okay, so this includes food, shelter, a sense of dignity, privacy, acceptance, really good care, the ability to participate in their planning and decision making. Now, recreation and wellness plays a role in this in many different ways. One of them I'm going to use as an example, and I'll pass this around too. So this is our recreation and wellness calendar. So one of the ways that we provide residents with the opportunity to be a part of their schedules is through resident council. Through resident council, they're able to express, you know, their concerns, their, you know, things that they like about the facility, things they want to see that's different, and not just for activities, but for nursing, for maintenance, for anything that's going on that they want to talk about and want to be a part of. Another way that this is met, besides just through recreation and wellness, is through care conferences. All different disciplines in the facility are involved in care conferences, and this is an opportunity for residents to speak their mind and let them know, you know, let us know if they're happy with their care and things like that. So that's one way we get them involved in their planning. Also, too, with their food and shelter, and we're making sure that we're providing that and providing that comfort to make them feel like they're secure. I know it's important to a lot of us to have that shelter and to have food and to come home and know that we're going to be safe and secure at night. So that's one of the first needs. The second need that I'm going to talk about is cultural needs, and that is the second puzzle piece right here. So cultural needs, that has to do with, we're talking about expressing their creativity, sharing their knowledge, using their talents and skills to express themselves. This also can come into play with just their cultural backgrounds. It's not just focused on that, it's definitely on expression and creativity, but that's also another part of that. Recreation and wellness does this in many different ways throughout the month with the different activities. We have special programs. Just recently, not too long ago, we had Ken Matthews, who owns his own pottery shop downtown. He came in and the residents were able to paint and kind of express themselves through paint. We also have different cultural events. We had the Sons of Norway come in not too long ago to kind of meet a different cultural background, different perspective, different foods. We also have a craft day where they're able to come down and they can either do the craft we provide or bring in their own activity that they do to express themselves and use their talents. So we kind of meet it in a couple of different ways. So that's pretty important. So that's just another need that we should fulfill in order for the residents to have a good quality of life. Then the third one I'm going to talk about is, and that's the third piece of the puzzle, is social needs. So this, you want people to feel that they're around people and that they're interacting with people. They're able to communicate. They're able to relate with one another. Feel needed. Those are all really, really important things. And we do this in a lot of ways through recreation and wellness. We have social gatherings. We have a pie social every month. We have special parties. If there's a holiday, we have get-togethers. We have tea parties. We have many different events that gets people together. Also, another way that we meet these social needs is for people who may not be able to respond verbally, we do one-to-ones. They're still getting that social connection. They're still feeling there's a human being present. So we do that in other ways. We have family gatherings, so families will come in and we have social events and things like that. The residents have access to a telephone if they want to call family or friends or things like that. So the social needs is a very important part. So the next one is, let's see here, sorry, emotional needs. That's my fourth piece of the puzzle. Yes, okay. All right, emotional needs. This includes love, touch, crying, laugh, happiness, self-worth, privacy, all those different kind of emotions that a person feels throughout the day. In order to do this, we need to meet this need, we need to allow residents to express their feelings, acknowledge their feelings, have a conversation. If you see a resident who's upset about something, approach that resident and talk to them and let them know that somebody's listening and that we're here for them. Also, just to provide enjoyment. So when Recreation and Wellness plans all these activities that you're looking at on the calendar, this is something for them to look forward to, something to be excited about. And some other things that we do to meet those needs are intergenerational activities, bringing kids in, giving them, just something to make them feel good and meeting those emotional needs. And through one-to-ones too, visiting, we talk to people when they're upset or however they're feeling. Or if they're feeling good, talk to them, share an exciting moment with them. If they have a grandkid that graduated from college, just really meeting them with their emotional needs and connecting with them. So, and then the fifth one is physical needs. All right, so physical needs. This includes getting exercise, getting outdoors, getting sleep, taking care of themselves physically. Through Recreation and Wellness, we have a lot of different programs. We have Music in Motion, where we do music, or doing motions to music, music in motion. So then we have Parachute, where they're using their upper arms. We have, let's see, we have lots of exercise groups. We have Sit and Be Fit, things like that. So this not only helps with range of motion, things like that, but it also releases those endorphins that make somebody feel good. So it's important to get people moving. And it also helps with weight control too, so which are all issues here. So yeah, physical needs are one other part of this whole wellness model. And then the last one that creates the puzzle, which I'll explain this in a little bit, is spiritual needs. Here, that includes, church services, not even necessarily religious, but just that spiritual feeling, that they're at peace and that those needs are being met. And you can do that through many different ways, through church services, meditations, even reading poetry or watching the sunset, things that we as Recreation and Wellness people can provide them those opportunities or spend those moments with them. Or if they want it to be alone, we can set them up with what they need. We also do have a chaplain here who is available to meet those needs and hold services and things like that as well too. So now if you add all these up and meet all those needs, this puzzle signifies a person who is feeling fulfilled and their quality of life is met. They're a whole person. All of their needs are being met. And they're happy, like this lady in the puzzle. And it's just really, really important that we try to meet all these needs as best we can, and also realize too that getting to know the residents we work with is extremely important, because a party that's important for one person because they love being around people and that meets their social needs is not always going to work for somebody who likes to visit with people but not in a big group setting. So kind of figuring out those needs and reading their care plans and things like that is really, really important. And now looking at your lists that you guys have, what categories do some of your what do you have and what categories do they fit in? Some of the things you mentioned.
Spiritual.
Okay, what did you put for that?
I put having quiet meditation time.
Okay, good.
I put family, which falls under social needs.
Okay,
Mhm.
good.
And I'm not sure what category shopping and doing my nails falls under, but.
I would say
Security.
Yeah, maybe.
Emotional and spiritual.
Right? Kind of falls under a couple different areas. Anyone else want to share any?
Comfort is a physical need.
Okay, good. Okay, I know for me, I'm huge on the social aspect. I need to be around people, both in groups and alone too, on that one-to-one basis, so that's kind of a big one for me. Okay, and then now that we kind of talked about quality of life and how recreational wellness plays a part in that, I kind of wanted to talk about what we all do in recreation and wellness. Now here at Bethany, I know you both are going to be working at Bethany, right?
Yep.
Okay, you guys are all working at Bethany. So we have a bunch of different people involved in our department. We have, I gotta count, is it eight or 9? I gotta think. It's 8. I'm a bad counter, sorry.
Maybe 9 with that.
Okay, so we have 9. 9 recreation and wellness assistants. They're all awesome. They're great. They do their job very, very well. They are not just, a lot of people have the impression that recreation and wellness is just bingo or we play games all day, but actually we do a lot of different things. We run the groups, we gather for the groups. We help with ADLs, so when residents have to use the restroom or things like that, we're always helping with that and answering call-outs. We're planning, we're constantly planning. We're in May, but our heads are in June, so we're always constantly planning ahead and making sure that calendar is full. We concentrate on dietary a lot. We have a lot of residents who have special dietary needs, so we've always got to be aware of what's going on with all the residents and making sure that we're serving them all the correct foods and fluids and things like that. We do care conferences, so we're involved in the meetings where we talk about, how the residents are feeling, are they being taken care of, just kind of that sort of thing. Then we also do one-to-one visits and sensory, so we're meeting with people on a one-to-one basis and trying to meet those needs of people who aren't coming out to the groups. So we stay very, very busy. So, so that's kind of what we do around here. So as a summary, I kind of just wanted to say that this, and you can keep this, that you can look at it in the future and get ideas. It's extremely important to meet all of these needs, because without it, the individual is going to feel, something's missing or something's empty. Because I know that if I could never be social with someone again, it would just kind of throw off the whole wheel and my whole quality of life. So meeting those needs and also focusing on that every person is an individual. It's going to be different. And then also too, that it's everyone's job in the facility to meet these needs, not just recreation and wellness, not just nursing. It's all of us working together as a team to kind of build this quality of life for the residents. So it's really, really important that we do that. So, and that's all I have for you guys today. So thanks for coming.